Oh my goodness. That's a wonderful cake, isn't it? Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa Isabel and today we're gonna make a cake. It's Monday, you already know. I want to make a marble cake with some Biscoff cookies crumble. I have this idea in my mind. I think it's gonna work. Let's get baking. For the chocolate butter, you will need chocolate. I have here spicy chocolate, but you can use any cacao powder you would like. You're gonna need margarine, vanilla extract, soy milk, or any type of milk that you like, baking powder, Biscoff cookies, or you can get the Biscoff crumble, as I have here, salt, because you need to season your cake, some cinnamon, vinegar, sparkling water. Let's make it. Here we have the sparkling water. Stay cozy. Let's get baking. Since we want to make a marble cake, we're gonna need 2 different batters, okay? I will start with the chocolate one. Yeah. You already know I like to separate my ingredients and then combine them. 200 grams of flour, 7 grams of baking powder, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 80 grams of cacao powder. So this is the batter for the chocolate part. And now let's make the batter for the vanilla. 250 of flour, 80 grams of Biscoff crumbs, 7 grams of baking powder, 100 grams of sugar. We also need 100 grams of sugar here. Salt. I will add 100 grams of margarine in each batters, okay? And then we should get started. I will start with the vanilla. 100 milliliters of sparkling water. You see here how thick the buttermilk is. 150 grams of buttermilk. Okay. The batter is done. You want it to be thick, okay? This is the type of batter you want, okay? I'm gonna use this pretty pan because I think it's gonna look quite aesthetically pleasing. Doing it for the gram and for YouTube. The batter is nice. Don't forget to preheat the oven. I'm sorry, I forgot to let you know this beforehand, but don't forget to preheat the oven. Okay. Comment down below if this is not your first cake recipe with me. What is the correct temperature in the oven? Maximum 170, correct. So we're gonna bake our cake with a fan at 170 degrees Celsius. I don't know how much is that in Fahrenheit. You know. Ask Alexa. Let us assemble. Oh, I love baking. And the cake will be baking for 50 minutes. Now, time to clean. Okay. And you see how big it is already? Look at it. Looking pretty majestic. The cake is done. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my god. That's a beautiful cake. Oh my goodness. That's a wonderful cake, isn't it? I'm adding simple syrup. You already know we want the cake to be moist throughout the week. Moist cake. My god. You saw how easy it was to make this cake? Oh my god. I think the only difficult part about the cake is truly having to wash more dishes than usual. But oh my god. It is so pretty. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I love when things turn out the way I want. Okay, keep in mind we have not flipped the cake. We have not opened it yet. We don't know if it has. No, it has risen. Of course, it has risen. We can see it. We can see it. It is bigger. Oh my god. I remember, like, when I became vegan, I barely knew how to bake. I was also pretty young, but it was just something that I thought, ooh, this would be really complicated to do. And in my mind, I was just overcomplicating it. First of all, because people were like, also, what you gonna do with the eggs? What you gonna do with the milk? How are you gonna replace this, and that? And then in my head was always like, okay, so this is impossible to do. And then I think after some really terrible cakes, like cakes that did not grow, cakes that were, the texture were not cake-like, then I followed my intuition. I was just like, okay, so if you don't have eggs and you also have tried other egg replacements that did not work, just omit it. You know, sometimes the best substitution is omission. You can live without it. And that's what I started doing. Had to perfect the measurements because sometimes the normal cakes are a little bit more, the batter is liquid. It's more liquid than the vegan cake. So with the vegan cakes, you kind of need to be more conscious with the liquid so you don't put too much. Because if the batter is too liquid, it's not thick as you saw, then the cakes do not stick together the way they should, and then it doesn't rise the same way. But I think the final thing that really made a difference on my cakes was making the buttermilk and having the vinegar, you know, really the combination with the vinegar and the baking powder truly made a huge difference. My cakes are big, they are fluffy, they are moist, they are just great. So if you ever try them, please let me know, because it means a lot to me, you know. I do want you to enjoy it and for you to give me feedback. I earned and love this sense of community and feedback that we have. I'm gonna let the cake cool before we flip it, because or else once you flip it, if the cake is too warm, it will just disintegrate and it will not look as pretty as it should. But yeah, the cake will stay here like for 20-30 minutes, so I'll be back. Stay cozy. Let us flip the cake. Okay. Do you trust the process? Drums up? Drums? Yeah, are you coming in pretty? Are you? Are you? Yay. Oh, it was still a bit too hot. Fine. Look at outside also. That's the sunset I'm previewed today. How wonderful is that? My God. We are lucky, huh? Look at that sunset.